My dear friend B once said, so this is another friend from childhood that I met in an acting class. You got to trust people, but you can't believe in guarantee.
Flipping through the pages of my old journals, with every turn another memory.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 70 of Journaling Through the Years. Journaling through the years. It always sounds like I say journaling through the years, which is kind of like when you journal, it's in your mind coming out. So journaling through the years is somewhat right. This one is an interesting one. I'm not sure. It's an interesting little prose that I think I'm writing about a boyfriend or maybe some friends or something. We'll see what happens. So I'm Leah Liz, and remember, this is a series on this channel where I read from one of my journals that I've been writing in. I've been writing in journals since I've been old enough to hold a pen or a pencil. Let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way. If you want to check out our merch, we've got the Jesus Loves Queer, which is a fundraiser for the Trevor Project, and is attached to our short film, I Am Fine, which will be out later this year, or even the beginning of next. If you're local, we'll probably have a screening. If you're local to Southern Oregon, we'll have a screening, and I'll have the event information when we get closer to that. If you want to, there's the Timekeys fanfiction merchandise. We have the Timekeys band tank top. Actually, it's a tank top, and yeah, it's everything. And then we also have the Doctor Timekeys Doctor First Doctor kind of image, if you want that as well. And then we also have Love. Recovery is sexy. Recovery is sexy. And there's some others to come. And the Recovery is sexy. A portion of it goes to NAMI.org. NAMI Southern Oregon specifically, which is the local NAMI chapter. NAMI being National Alliance on Mental Illness. Okay, and if you want to hit subscribe on this channel, if you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe, the like button, share it out. If you feel inclined, hit the little bell so you can get notified. Yay! Let's see what else. Patreon, patreon.com/CafeGirl Thriving Artist. You get access to a Patreon group and lots of other fun stuff. Including early access to all online media. Let's see what else. Oh, website www.cafegirlproductionsinc.com, and you can check out some of the services that are upcoming, and check out all the links there. And you can hit subscribe if while you're there you're like, hey, there's a newsletter and I want to get it. Go there. So let's begin. Let's see if I can figure out what this might be about. So before this, I was writing something about not what is it? What was that guy's name? Root of all evil boys' sister. I had like a little prose about Root of all evil boys' sister, and I don't think I want to read that right now because it's a little bit different. I might come back to it because it is a little bit like sweeter. Maybe we'll come back to that. So it just starts. There's no date. It says, I see him from a distance, blonde hair covered by a leather hat, wearing a black jean jacket. He comes closer. I see the small mustache. I hear the gentle voice, caressing and loving every syllable it speaks. So yeah, I think this was Princess Bride boyfriend. He did have a little mustache because he had a little mustache, like he looked like Wesley back then. I did find him on Facebook, and he doesn't. I could tell the eyes were the same, but he didn't age as well as Carrie Ellis or whatever. But yes, I'll show what he looked like. And so this seems to be, maybe I'm reminiscing about this boyfriend that just broke up with me. But in breakup mode. Like, this is a heartbreak, and this is a pretty big heartbreak, and a pretty big, like, Brenda Walsh-esque experience. I was in a little love triangle. I'm laughing at my childhood pain. I look up intently into the sharp, deep blue eyes that seem to see all the way through you. I smile slightly and then look down. Now, T. A camp friend. Not a camp crush, but just a camp friend. Now T. Dear, sweet, wonderful, with her big overgrown smile. Overgrown smile? It's just, what does that look like? And frizzy hair. I'm sorry if you're watching this. Loving life and daring her insecurities. Going forth into something unknown with always the same vivacious humor and delight in herself and those around her. T is still my friend on Facebook. I haven't really seen her in a long time. We've been basically Facebook friends, and that's it for years. That's just how life is. But definitely would be my camp best friend. And one of my childhood best friends, or high school best friends. She went to another high school than me, but we really had a kindred spirit bond from almost day one, that when we met as campers at Ravencliff. And where I was kind of reserved and timid and afraid to be comfortable in my own skin and be myself based on, my home life, I think. Hers was the opposite, and she was willing to, at least outwardly from what I could see, she was very open with all of who she was and explorations. And I think that she was always able to share, and she had her heartbreaks, but she was always just like able to just live boldly, because I think she had parents that just encouraged her to be her, and whatever, as long as it was safe. So that's just and I think that I admired that and wanted that for myself, because I didn't know how to get there. I have it now, but I think that was her influence in my life, in my younger life, is that she was a person that I could trust and that I confide in, and that was not wasn't going to judge me, and was a little bit outside of my normal day-to-day, as it were, like we were separated by a few towns, and then life and college kind of separated us, but so when we came back together and we shared things, we were what am I trying to say? She had a different perspective on what I was going through, and could just kind of encourage me, and not even encourage me, just be honest and open. And that was a gift, is that she was honest and open. I never felt like just what you see is what you get, and just very honest and forthright and true and non-judgmental and carefree and fun. So I think I really admired that and wanted that for myself, and I couldn't have it. I didn't know how to. But now, who is she? The girl with the short dark brown hair and slim body. Is she the one to believe, or is he? Should I believe myself? But what to believe? I am constantly twisted around in circles. I believe both because they are two I trust. T, I believe her. I have no reason not to. So I have no reason not to believe him or her, yet they confuse me so. Who is the liar, or who is the truth teller? Is he a player, or is she? Does she play me to get to him? And does he play her to get to me? I guess I have to trust my intuition and find out both sides before I leap to conclusions. My dear friend B once said, so this is another friend from childhood that I met in an acting class. You got to trust people, but you can't believe and guarantee. That's wise. Yes, B, you are absolutely right. His short dark hair, That sounds like bad A. But what? But I'm not sure. So short, dark hair and slim body sounds like bad A. And then it sounds like I was also talking about Princess Bride boyfriend. And so and then somehow T must be involved in that. And remember, she was a couple towns away, and so was B. And might have been so depressed that they were calling, because they were always calling, especially, you know, when you're outside of school and you're calling, you know, and we would engage. I had my own phone line at this point. So I wonder if sorry, I don't. So I wonder if it had to do with that. Like, was bad A saying things maybe because she could see that Princess Bride boyfriend done effed up by going out with, like, breaking up with me, and then an hour later going out with my so-called best friend. And so there was something going on there, and then I was still, like, having peace sex with Princess Bride boyfriend, so she was like, blah, that's horrible. But then Princess Bride boyfriend didn't like, you know, what Bad A was saying, because it was making it look bad, so maybe that was going on. Maybe there's something else. It just does seem like there were some friends in my life, the short-haired girl and the boyfriend with the man with the blonde hair and the mustache, that were maybe twisting my brain a little bit and causing me to feel confused and not know what side I should take, or and trying to appease both. And then there was some friends, B and T, that weren't as actively involved in the situation, but so they could see the outside of it, and they were seeing, like, no, these are not people to trust, and these are not good people. And I admired them for that, but they weren't always there in my day-to-day life as present as these other two people. And I've noticed that when it comes to now looking back over my life, all my life, and with trauma, that when you connect with somebody that is a manipulator or an abuser for whatever reason, whether that's a clinical, like a personality disorder, or it's because of their own pain, or because of substance abuse or whatever, or they're just trying to hide something, or they don't know how to get what they need without being manipulative or being abusive. Those types of people are the ones that try to grab and get your attention. Like, it's like, look, and you can't. They are bombarding you so much that you can't see the other good people in your life. No matter whether that abusive person is love bombing you, or gaslighting you, or whatnot, or doing some kind of a mixture of both, they are grabbing your attention so you can't see anything else. And so I suspect it was something like that, where I had these bad toxic people that were coming at me, and you just give me attention, I need your attention because I need to control you because it makes me feel better, or whatever, or I don't know. And then I had these two other really positive people on the outside, you know, B and T, that were like, you know, don't trust these people, this isn't good, they're spinning you in circles, they're affecting you and making your mental health worse. Whatever they were saying, come on, let's just go and have fun and have a good summer and play and watch movies and go swimming and draw and all that fun stuff. And I think that that's what I've noticed even in recent years, up to about 2019, where I did a whole, like, cleanse. I didn't even know it at the time, but I did a whole cleanse of a lot of friends and associations, and a lot of the associations, the friends that I kind of disengaged from, were on that kind of manipulative, toxic spectrum, whether they actually have maybe a clinical disorder, or just operating out of their pain, that they grabbed my attention and kept me away from all the good people. And as I noticed it and took my power back and just separated, I could then see those good people. And so with that, I want to say a hearty thank you to T and to B for just being such positive lights in my younger years that I never forgot, and that I want to extend that love back always for the rest of my life as long as I can, because I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that unconditional love and guidance when I couldn't see. That was what I was crying out for. So thank you. And I hope that if you're watching and you're dealing with some kind of depression or pain, and you've got people in your life that are not necessarily that positive, step back a little bit and see that there are positive people that are around and that are loving you, including me. Remember, you are loved, you are worthy of love, you matter, your life matters, and love your thrive and find your sunshine.